all of us here in this sports talk world, this is our 10th year of being on the air. We're celebrating a 10-year anniversary this fall, and I fell into this trap because, again, as you know, been the host of NFL Network since Jump, and when the NBA playoffs hit, many of us in the media, certainly in this position, in this chair, or chairs like it, treat the NBA playoffs like it's the NFL, where one team gets blown out, series is over. Series is over and done with. The Timberwolves take a 2-0 lead on the Nuggets, and the Thunder take care of business against Dallas. Luka looks cooked, according to one of our colleagues out there in the media.
Yep.
And Luka's banged up, and it looks like it's going to be Thunder versus Timberwolves. The youth being served out west, right?
Yep.
And then Luka takes the court last night in the first quarter and scores 16 of his 29 in the first quarter. And then you've got the Boston Celtics just bombarding the Cleveland Cavaliers out of TD Garden in game one from 3 points, from three-point land, 18 of 46 from three. Derek White's turning into Steph Curry in front of our very eyes. Celtics win by 25. That series is over. And then game two hits, and Donovan Mitchell scores 16 of his 29 in the third quarter, and they bombard the Celtics, who shoot 8 of 35 from three.
Yikes.
And the team that lost by 25 in the first game wins by 24 in the second game. And both series are now tied at 1 apiece. And maybe, just maybe, we should all kind of just inhale and then exhale when it comes to these NBA playoffs, because
out through the mouth.
We have no earthly idea. Now, tonight, there's a general sense that two things are definitely going to happen tonight. One thing is the Timberwolves are going to show the Denver Nuggets the home court advantage and put their stamp right on this series and tell the defending NBA champs, you're essentially done. In front of their home crowd, Rudy Gobert's got a new enfant fils, which is, I believe, French for baby boy.
You.
Hey, man, I took it in high school. My dad was a French teacher.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Did I say that right? You want to Google translate that for me?
I don't even know what that means.
Thank you. Hey, great new drop from Jerry. Well done. I like that.
I know that now.
Thank you very much. So everybody thinks it's that Timberwolves are going to take care of business, right? I think that's the general sense of things. And here's the other general sense of things: is tonight with Jalen Brunson hobbling into Indiana and OG Anunoby, as we expected, when he pulls up lame with a hamstring injury in the third quarter in game two. He ain't going to be there, to use the Magic. And the Knicks are going to have a major problem on their hands, certainly because Rick Carlisle let it be known to the officials that even though the Knicks had 3 fewer fouls called than the Pacers in game two, that Indiana is a small market state. New York is got King Kong, and that's the end of it. Small market teams don't get any love at all.
Yeah.
Which is,
Makes sense.
does it? Because, I don't know. New York, I wish that big market status would have gotten them a championship in, say, the last 51 years of my life. I'm 54.
It's not called Midwest bias. It's called East Coast bias.
Oh, but I didn't know there was a bias, because then New York, which is the number one media market in the United States, there's no bigger media market than the New York market. Right. I could give you the entire lyrics to the Sinatra New York thing. King of the Hill, top of the heap, A number one.
I've heard you do that.
And all we've had is Little Town Blues.
Hey.
I can give you the Jay-Z Rihanna version if you want.
Sure, we could do all of it, sure.
The Nas version.
At any rate,
Busta Rhymes.
Because when a coach says small market teams can't get a good shake against big market teams, that is essentially telling people what Chris Brockman tweeted out in plain English on Twitter the other night is that, hey, the league not even hiding that they want Knicks Celtics, which is also fascinating to me. Let me ask you a question, TJ Jefferson.
Okay, Rick.
What's the bigger ziggy you can put on your team?
I'm not sure.
Taking a photograph with the Larry O'Brien trophy in the studio, or essentially saying, we're advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. Who's Cleveland?
Because it's fixed.
And then,
But that's not what I said.
The league wants Knicks Celtics, so the Celtics are going to advance.
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
Yeah.
To
You should
the
just
Eastern
take the
Conference
picture.
Finals.
Yeah.
You even put Knicks/Celtics, meaning the Celtics are going to obviously host it. So you did the right thing of putting the away team first. What's the bigger ziggy? Because this one, for me, would be the cooler that causes your team, as soon as you tweet this, to go minus 49, up by 25, down by 24. Am I wrong?
I don't think you are in this case.
Okay.
The league has no say in if you play like a jerk, which is what we did yesterday.
So,
Jerk store called.
I'm trying to just keep up with the tinfoil stuff. So when you go out and say, not only do we not get a fair shake in officiating because of we're just from small little Indianapolis,
Small town USA.
and New York, come on, is got
It's the big city.
it's got
baby.
everything. Exactly. Or as Charles would say, the best street meat in town. And that's the only thing that's good about New York. I don't know where that's coming from. But
Don't play
anyway,
with the street meat.
be that as it may, when you say that, and then you actually name check an official that blows a call, league takes notice. And shortly before we went on the air at noon Indianapolis time, Rick Carlisle got hit by the league for $35,000.
By the way, they win tonight, worth every penny.
No, I know, and I know that.
If they've got a 20 free throw edge tonight, then worth it.
$35,000.
Yeah.
Or to use the Tom Brady phrase, to also go ahead and continue you with your tinfoil hat, the officials would say, why don't you just cut out the middleman and give us the $35,000? We'll give you the call that you want.
Who knows?
Thus admitting that they're on the take, right? Because Brady admitted that he did Deflategate.
I mean, the joke.
Listen, this world we live in is so off the friggin' rails. We'll see what happens tonight. But of the two, Timberwolves blow out, just put their stamp on the Nuggets, or the Pacers get the whistles that they're looking for in front of their home crowd tonight. Since this is a What's More Likely Friday. I'll
Are you
go,
ruining his bit?
I'll go with the whistles.
The whistles are happening tonight, people.
I will go with the whistles.
The whistles are happening.
They might as well have two short ref in this game tonight because
I'll go
So many
with
whistles.
although the league would probably tell the officials, keep it fair,
Hey,
because
keep it fair.
we can't have this narrative that the coach of the Pacers has put out there in any way, shape, or form legitimized.
It's been a narrative for 40 years in the NBA.
Well, longer than that. I mean, this is as soon as he did this, you looked at me and said, that's a Pat Riley move.
Yeah.
And we're talking about
Riley
Pat
invented
from
this move.
Pat from the Showtime Lakers.
Well, no doubt.
The New York Knicks.
No
my
doubt.
suit wearing. I have a whistle in my pocket, by the way, just randomly, just in
Good.
case.
You never know.
So before we, by the way, that's like what Belichick had on the roast. Speaking of which, Nikki Glazer's in Studio Hour 2. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.